Yes, good afternoon. Right with me right now, I have the DX5000 Powerline KPO Radio, multiband radio. Um, I've never been familiar with multiband radios, to be honest. It's been mostly CB radios from the Cobra 148 GTL DX, which I used a few years ago, and my very first AM radio, which was almost 1978, was the Vice President Roy. And then as I got older, I then got my first single sideband radio, which was the Lafayette 1000 Lafayette 1200 FM. Yes, that's the one. So it was a Lafayette 1200 FM, which was very difficult for clarifying people in. It always kept slipping frequency, fading out, and so on. So right now we've got this particular KPO radio. When I first purchased it, I was very anxious to check the functions, and by pressing the wrong key, I locked myself out. Couldn't get back in no matter what I did, so I had to go back to the factory settings, which was quite easy to do. But the only thing is now is familiarizing yourself with the functions and the keys and exactly, well, to be honest, their function and what they all stand for. So luckily I came across a video on YouTube which I was quite happy to find, and step by step I could go through the radio and set certain things which were quite important for this particular radio. The only difference between this one and the President Lincoln Mark 1, which I was using prior to this one, to set your channels was quite easy and quite straightforward. But this one, it takes a little bit more patience to set the channels. So basically I've run through all the bands and I've managed to set them to how I want them, and knowing that if I flick onto 33, channel 33, I will get the FM band which I normally broadcast on, which is quite helpful. So yeah, just wanted to say that I've actually got this particular radio. I've seen a few radios similar to this out on the market, but they've all got different names. This is a KPO. There's a 555, I think it's 555 or 5555 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen photos and I think, oh, that's similar to mine, and they're sounding really good. This one, comparing, I'm just doing comparisons at the moment. So comparing this one to my President Lincoln, this one is a little bit quieter, which is good. I'm using a wire which is in the tree at the present time, and obviously that's helping big time. And secondly, the noise on the SSB obviously is little as well. And this particular radio, it does pick up quite well. I'm quite surprised. I've had some good reports recently. Managed to get into Devil's Dyke, Dorking, not a problem, on the wire. So yeah, it's a good little radio. Obviously there's better radios out there, I'm sure, but as it's my first multi-mode as such, as a HF radio, it's performing okay at present. All we need now is the propagations to pick up and try it on DX stations. So yeah, it's pretty frustrating that we can't do that right now, and all we can do is just make videos of radios we're using and so on and so forth. At present, just using this little microphone here, which is a channel changer as well, which is quite, well, is it useful? It's okay if you are just going on 10 kc, but if you're going on anything like, I don't know, 610, then obviously you've got to use your clarifier, which is here, to change the frequency. But overall, nice little radio. Yeah, that's as much as I can say about it. And Christmas is coming. So yeah, cheers for now, and I'm sure you'll hear more of me. Thanks, as again, it's my second time I've done a video. Sometimes I'm a little bit tongue twisted, but we'll get used to it like Fred in the shed. Cheers and beers.